5 most common money laundering businesses. Have you ever wondered what businesses are used the most to launder money? When it comes to dirty money, there are always ways criminals try to disguise its origin. In this video, I'm going to lay out the 5 common types of business used for money laundering and share how they can be identified. Welcome to Snap Reads, and today I will be talking about money laundering, a subject that many don't want to acknowledge exists within our societies. Money laundering is not only damaging our global economy, but also funds all sorts of illegal activities. It's time we expose these dirty organizations and show the world how easy it is for criminals to get away with their shady dealings. Let's dive in. What is money laundering? Money laundering is the process by which criminals attempt to conceal the origins of illegally obtained money. This typically involves a series of transactions that make the illicit funds appear legitimate. The purpose of money laundering is to disguise the true source of the money, making it difficult for law enforcement agencies to trace and confiscate the funds. Money laundering is a complex and evolving crime, with criminals constantly developing new methods to stay one step ahead of authorities. From traditional methods such as cash smuggling and offshore banking to more sophisticated techniques involving digital currencies and online platforms, money laundering has become an integral part of criminal enterprises. The impact of money laundering on the global economy. The impact of money laundering on the global economy cannot be underestimated. It not only undermines the integrity of financial systems, but also poses significant risks to national security and social stability. Money laundering allows criminals to profit from their illegal activities, providing them with the means to expand their operations and perpetrate further crimes. In addition to facilitating criminal activities, money laundering distorts economic indicators, hampers economic development, and erodes public trust in financial institutions. It also creates an uneven playing field for businesses, as legitimate enterprises may struggle to compete with those benefiting from laundered funds. Casino money laundering schemes. Money laundering in the casino industry has been a long-standing problem, with criminals using casinos to convert their illicit funds into legitimate winnings. These schemes often involve a complex network of individuals, including corrupt casino employees and professional money launderers. One common method is the chip-walking technique, where large sums of cash are exchanged for casino chips, which are then played at the tables for a short period of time before being cashed out. This creates the appearance of legitimate gambling activity and allows criminals to claim their winnings as clean money. Another method involves the use of smurfs or funnel accounts. In this scheme, multiple individuals deposit small amounts of cash into various casino accounts, creating a large pool of funds that can be withdrawn as clean money. This technique makes it difficult for authorities to trace the source of the funds. The casino industry has implemented various measures to combat money laundering, including enhanced due diligence procedures, strict reporting requirements, and the use of advanced surveillance systems. However, criminals continue to find new ways to exploit the system, highlighting the need for ongoing vigilance and regulation. Drug cartel money laundering operations. Drug cartels generate massive profits from their illicit activities, and money laundering plays a crucial role in enabling them to legitimize their funds. These organizations have developed sophisticated networks and techniques to launder their proceeds, often involving multiple countries and jurisdictions. One common method used by drug cartels is the trade-based money laundering scheme. This involves disguising drug proceeds as legitimate trade transactions by manipulating invoices, over or under-invoicing goods, or using false import/export documentation. The funds are then transferred through a series of transactions until they appear legitimate. Another popular method is the use of front companies or shell corporations. Cartels set up seemingly legitimate businesses, such as import/export companies or real estate ventures, to launder their funds. These entities receive drug proceeds as payment for goods or services that were never actually provided, making it difficult to trace the origin of the funds. The fight against drug cartel money laundering is a global effort, with law enforcement agencies, financial institutions, and international organizations working together to disrupt these operations. However, the ever-evolving nature of drug cartels and their ability to adapt to new challenges make this an ongoing battle. Cybercrime and cryptocurrency money laundering. With the rise of cryptocurrencies, criminals have found a new way to launder their illicit funds. Cryptocurrencies provide a level of anonymity and decentralization that makes it difficult for authorities to track transactions, making them an attractive option for money laundering. One popular method is mixing or tumbling services, which essentially mix multiple transactions together, making it difficult to trace the original source of the funds. These services operate by pooling funds from multiple users and then redistributing them, effectively obscuring the origin of the funds. Another method involves the use of privacy coins, such as Monero or Zcash, which offer enhanced privacy features that make it even more challenging to trace transactions. These coins use advanced cryptographic techniques to obfuscate the sender, recipient, and transaction amount, providing a higher level of anonymity. regulating cryptocurrency exchanges and implementing stricter Know Your Customer (KYC) and anti-money laundering (AML) measures is crucial in the fight against cybercrime and cryptocurrency money laundering. Governments and financial institutions are working to establish frameworks that strike a balance between privacy and security, ensuring that cryptocurrencies do not become a haven for illicit activities. Offshore banking and tax evasion. Offshore banking has long been associated with money laundering and tax evasion. By taking advantage of lax regulations and secrecy laws, individuals and corporations can hide their assets and income from tax authorities, effectively evading taxes and laundering their funds. Offshore jurisdictions such as the Cayman Islands, Switzerland, and Panama have become popular destinations for individuals looking to hide their wealth. These jurisdictions offer strict bank secrecy laws, making it difficult for authorities to access financial information and trace the origin of funds. One common method used in offshore banking is the creation of shell companies or trusts. These entities are often set up in jurisdictions with minimal reporting requirements and are used to hold assets or conduct financial transactions. By moving funds through a complex web of offshore entities, individuals can disguise the true ownership and origin of their wealth. International efforts to combat offshore banking and tax evasion have gained momentum in recent years with increased transparency and information sharing between jurisdictions. Initiatives such as the Common Reporting Standard (CRS) and the Automatic Exchange of Information (AEOI) aim to close loopholes and ensure that individuals and corporations pay their fair share of taxes. Money laundering in the art world. The art market has become an attractive avenue for money laundering due to its high value and lack of transparency. Criminals can use art transactions to legitimize their funds and move money across borders without arousing suspicion. One method used in the art world is the over-invoicing technique. Criminals purchase artworks at inflated prices, effectively transferring their illegal funds to legitimate assets. These artworks can then be sold or traded, allowing criminals to convert their illicit funds into clean money. Another method involves the use of shell companies or intermediaries to conduct art transactions. By using these entities, criminals can further conceal the true ownership and origin of the funds, making it difficult for authorities to trace the money trail. The art market has recognized the need for increased transparency and has taken steps to combat money laundering. Auction houses and galleries are implementing stricter due diligence procedures and are working to establish industry-wide standards for verifying the authenticity and provenance of artworks. Combating money laundering, international efforts and regulations. The fight against money laundering is a global effort, with countries and international organizations working together to develop regulations and initiatives to combat this pervasive crime. One of the most significant international initiatives is the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, an intergovernmental body that sets standards and promotes effective implementation of measures to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. The FATF's recommendations provide a framework for countries to develop their own anti-money laundering and counterterrorism financing regimes. Financial institutions also play a crucial role in preventing and detecting money laundering. Banks and other financial intermediaries are required to implement robust customer due diligence measures, report suspicious transactions, and maintain adequate record-keeping systems. Failure to comply with these requirements can result in severe penalties and reputational damage. Technological advancements such as artificial intelligence and machine learning are also being leveraged in the fight against money laundering. These technologies enable financial institutions to analyze vast amounts of data and identify patterns that may indicate illicit activity, helping to detect and prevent money laundering. In conclusion, money laundering continues to be a significant global issue, with criminals constantly evolving their techniques to stay one step ahead of authorities. The fight against money laundering requires a multifaceted approach involving cooperation between governments, financial institutions, and international organizations. By implementing robust regulations, enhancing transparency, and leveraging technological advancements, we can hope to curb the flow of illicit funds and protect the integrity of the global financial system.